waiting and waiting. Oh shit. Oh, hey y'all, it's me, and I'm gonna be answering questions today because today is the QnA. Yeah, the QnA. Yeah, I don't know why I'm answering the questions, but pretend you see like an Oshawott here. Yes, I'm totally an Oshawott. Totally. Anywho's, let's get started with the first question. Alright, this first question comes from, well, is by a person named like Tennis Ball Productions, yeah. And they ask, what is my favorite Bfdi season? Well, ignoring Bfdi and IDFB, since those two were kind of rubbish anyways, BFB kind of went meh, in my opinion, once the split happened, and T-Pop Teapot doesn't have a lot of episodes yet, so I'm gonna go with the first season, Bfdi, since a lot of nice things happened that season, and I kind of enjoyed it. So yeah, let's move on to next questions. Alright, next question comes from Lovink. So yeah, there's a few of them, so let me think. Okay, so the first one is, what is my favorite Breath of the Wild level? Well, I mean, the game really doesn't really have levels, but if we're talking about, like, shrines or, like, divine beasts or shrines, I'm gonna go with the divine beast of the elephant. Yeah, the elephant is probably my favorite out of all of them. So, yeah. And there's a few more which we're gonna get to. Alright, yes, my least favorite video game of all time, well, might not be of all time, but it's one of my least favorites, is Paper Mario Color Splash. Just a terrible game in my opinion. I couldn't even beat the game, that's how bad it was. It wasn't that great. Anyways, next question is coming now. If I could travel anywhere, where would it be? Well, I'd probably say Japan, mainly because I could go to, like, the Pokemon Center there and buy a bunch of Pokemon plushies, mainly a bunch of crispy Oshawott plushies, because, yeah, and I can get some Nintendo merchandise there, so, yeah. Also, final question from Lovink is, yeah, am I working on the TPIX IEP cast? I don't know, that's for you to find out. Okay, yeah, moving on to the next person who asked questions. Alright, the next one comes from David Hero, and his first question is, can Crispy answer my questions? What, you don't like me or something? Get out of the way. No, I'm here, I can answer your questions. Your next question is, can you order a Crispy Big Mac? You can always order a Crispy Big Mac at Crispy's Steakhouse or Burger House, you know. Crispy. Okay, yeah. And your third question is, are you cool? You're very crispy. More like crispy cool, you know what I mean? Like crispy! Yeah. And then final question is, have I ever decided to, or have any of us decided to ever stop making TDCE or IEP? Well, this is gonna shock a lot of you, but IEP, no. I've never thought of stopping it. But TDCE, on the other hand, it's actually been pretty recent that I've kind of gotten the feeling that I don't really like doing TDCE anymore, and it's just bland and boring in my opinion, and I should just end it at some point. I don't know, let you guys decide for the fate of TDCE. Alright, get out of the way. Alright, moving on. Alright, next question comes from Jose, the anime fan, or, yeah, something like that. Anyways, let me just, okay, yeah, that's much better. Alright, your question is, what is my favorite anime of all time? Alright, this is pretty simple, you know. It starts with a 1, and it ends with a piece. One Piece! Yeah, One Piece. That's my favorite anime of all time. Alright, next questions are from Israel Lopez. So yeah, hey, Hey, horn, be quiet. Okay. Anyways, yeah. So, the first question he asked was, did I ever think IEP was gonna make it this far? Honestly, no, I didn't. I thought I'd get really lazy and, like, stop at Season 3, if I'm being completely honest. LMAO. Anyways, yeah, that's something. Also, the next question he asked is there any other third-party reps I would like to see in Smash besides Crash Bandicoot, of course? Well, maybe Doom Guy or Master Chief or Sora, but if I had to choose one, probably Doom Guy, since Doom Guy's dope. And for the last one, I was like, what's my favorite video game music or OST, which I'm pretty sure OST means like the soundtrack of the game or something. I don't know. But if I were to go soundtrack of a game, probably Black and White, Pokemon Black and White, because that game's fire. And for favorite video game song, Legend of Zelda theme, or Breath of the Wild OS like soundtrack and stuff. That's a beautiful one. Anyways, yeah, that's your question. So yeah, moving on to the next questions. Alright, next question is from Louis the Anime Fan or something like that. Anyways, his question is, what is my favorite anime character of all time? I gotta say, let me think here. No, there's no reason to think. It's Sanji. My boy Sanji. Yeah, Sanji. Anyways, that was a simple question, so let's move on to the next question. Alright, next questions are from Jazzy and G Sugar Cakes, and I don't know why that horn's going off still. Come on, horn, stop. Anyways, yeah, whatever. Ignoring the horn. First question was Pyra or Mithra? Well, I'm gonna go with Pyra. As a fighter, of course. Don't get any ideas. Anyways, next question was, what's my least favorite thing to eat at McDonald's? Well, I haven't even eaten their home menu or anything, but if I were to say something, I guess a veggie burger, if they even have that. Yeah, next question would be, let me see. Alright, next question was, have I ever been to Canada before? And no, I have not been to Canada before. And the next question was, what's my favorite trial captain? Probably Mallow, maybe. I don't know. Haven't really played Sun and Moon much, so I just chose Mallow. He's like one of the only ones I actually know. And the least favorite gym leader one, well, that's pretty obvious. It's Gen 8's Opal. I kind of hate her. She's pretty weird. No offense. Anyways, yeah, moving on to the next questions. Alright, the next questions are from Plush Game Adventures, or Plush Game Bro, yeah. Anyways, the questions are, what's my favorite movie? Well, Star Wars Return of the Jedi, of course. Next one would be, do I have plans for future seasons of IEP? I'll just give you one straight answer. Yes. And the question for Crispy, wait, what? Yeah. Okay, will I be crispy for 100 years? Yeah, I will be. I'm crispy. Oh, that was a hassle. Anyways, next questions come from TDI Fan 2021. Yes. So yeah, first question is, what's my favorite anime opening? One Piece opening 11. Yeet. Yes, opening 11 is my favorite anime opening. And my favorite anime ending is Long Ho Filio. Yeah, MHA ending 5. Yeah. And then there is something. Let me think here. I'm forgetting the question for some reason. Ooh. Oh, yeah, it was, what's my favorite color? And it's blue. Yeah, blue. And then finally, what's my my favorite and least favorite Straw Hat? Well, for favorite Straw Hat, I'm going with Sanji, of course. And for least favorite, I gotta say Frankie. Though he is still a good Straw Hat, he's my least favorite out of all of them. So yeah, let's just move on to the next set of questions. Alright, the next questions are from Peter. And he asks, what's my favorite childhood show? Well, that would have to be Tom and Jerry, because Tom and Jerry is a legendary show. And for the next one, it was, what is my favorite movie from last year? Well, I haven't seen a bunch of movies from last year, but if I had to choose, probably Soul, because Soul is a good movie from Pixar. And finally, we have, when did I first get Crispy, Joshua? Crispy, you want to answer this one? Sure, whatever. I was gotten in like 2010 or 2011. So yeah, it was like about 10 or 11 years ago. Yeah, damn. You guys now feel old, like, even though you didn't know me for like 10 or 11 years. Alright, Survivor Sans asked, what are my thoughts on him playing in his play style in TDN Season 29, and him in Season 12 and Season 9 of TPI. Well, in TPI Season 9, you were probably the best there. In TDN, I thought you could do a little better, though I wish you did better. And for the Season 12, let's just say you could have done a lot better. And my thoughts on you returning for the future TDN and TPI season, it's awesome, man. GL for you in those seasons. And yeah. And he also asked me, do I like Bfdi David? I'm sorry to say this, but no. Anyways, that's that. And yeah, next question from Survivor Sans. Alright, the next one he asked was, what's my least favorite IEP player? Well, it was hard to think of, but I think I know who it is, and that's Panda. Yeah. And finally, who's my favorite Mario character? Well, yeah, favorite, I think. And I'm gonna go with Yoshi on that one. So yeah, let's move on to the next person's questions. Alright, these next questions are from New Star, which the first one is, what is my favorite first cameos in the first few episodes of TDCE, which I gotta say, my favorite probably had to be Fiery, because that was somewhat cool in a way, his cameo. So yeah. And also the second question he asked was, who do I think was least deserving to go first in TPI? And I'm gonna have to go with Ice Doge or Doge, whatever he was, Fire Doge or Ice Doge at the time. I think it was Fire Doge. And Mats, because Mats was just robbed in that season. Like, jeez. Anyways, moving on to the next few questions he asked. Well, for his third question he asked, I'm guessing it's supposed to be an IEP-like question, but if I were to develop one character that got out really early in a season, who would I develop? Probably Darth Vader, to be honest. I hope he gets recommended back in a later season, or I could just put him back in a later season if I really wanted to, and I could develop him more if I really wanted to, so yeah. Also, and then the final question he asked was, if I were to see one character that I don't like, but to win, who would it be? Sadly, probably a Danganronpa character, since, like, yeah, whatever. I'd probably choose Makoto Naegi or someone, I don't know. Yeah. Moving on to the next question. Alright, Jet Nitro asked, what got me into filming, or got me interested into doing IEP? Well, mainly, it was kind of TDCE to start off with, but mainly TDN and TPI. They kind of inspired me to continue doing a paper stuff, and it really inspired me, and this is where I am today, Season 7, which hopefully there's an episode today, probably, I don't know, but yeah. And then the next question he asked was, what's my favorite TD character, which, yeah, I'm gonna have to go with Tyler on this one. And his last question is, yeah, I will, I mean, it's gonna be in the video, but I'm just brain dead right now. I won't see it right now, so I'm just gonna see the last question he asked, and yeah. Alright, so who's my favorite YouTuber? Well, I don't know. Maybe TDI fan Mario reality shows? Yeah, they're pretty good. One of those two, yeah. Good. So yeah, moving on to the next person that asked the question. Alright, next question is from Godslayer. So he asked me, will I ever watch Rick and Morty? well, sense of the humor in it. I want to say, if I do ever watch it, it would probably have to be later on in life, like maybe when I'm like 17, 18, so I'd probably start to understand the jokes, maybe, because I'm not the base, something like that. Maybe I'll watch it soon, I don't know, it depends, but for right now, I'm gonna just say, maybe, I don't know. So yeah, moving on to the next question, which is actually the final person who asked questions, so let's see it. Right, next questions come from the Battle Paper Official, aka Trash. So yeah, the first question he asked, there are favorite and least favorite TPI seasons. Well, I want to say my favorite TPI season is gonna have to go with rather Season 5 or Season 9. Yeah, one of those two. I love those two seasons. They're up there, in my opinion. And my least favorite is definitely Redonkulous Race. I just don't like it. No offense at all. And yeah, second question was, have you ever watched T-Bot and Pop? And if you do what do you think of it? Well, I have watched a little bit of T-Bop, and from what I've seen of it, it's pretty good in my opinion. Yeah. And finally, for the third question, who do I regret the most eliminating early? Well, I'm going to say Steven Universe in Season 5, because I think he could have done a lot more. Yeah. I decided to eliminate him early, and I regret it. So, yeah. Well, this is the end of the Q&A, so I hope you all enjoyed this wonderful of the asking of the questions, which I don't know when I'll do another Q&A, if I ever do another Q&A. And, yeah. Time for face reveal. JK. No face reveal yet. But yeah, this has been the Q&A, and I hope you guys stick around for later announcements and such, and IEP premieres and stuff like that. So yeah, I'll see you all later. So yeah, this has been Link, aka Oshwai, and this has been the crispiest Q&A ever. Yeah, ooh, crispy. Thanks for watching.